What is trial balance? It is a list the balances of all general ledger accounts of a company at a certain point in time. The accounts reflected on a trial balance are related to all major accounting items, including assets, liabilities, equity, revenues, expenses, gains, and losses. It assists in the identification and rectification of errors. What kind of errors? It helps to find the errors of omission. That means the transaction was not entered into the system. And errors of original entry. The double entry transaction includes the wrong amounts on the both sides. And third one is error of reversal. When a double entry transaction was entered with the correct amounts, but the account is to be debited is credited and the account to be credited is debited. Let's get some deeper understanding. Let's check some entries and how it will affect the trial balance. A firm commenced business with 132,000 with share capital. And the amount of share capital is credited for 130,000. The same amount is increased to cash account. The net effect of this entry would be 0. That means the TB will be equal. The credit side of share capital is same as debit side of cash. And purchased building for 96,000 and furniture for 12,000. The furniture and building amounted 108,000 is increased and the cash account is decreased. The net effect is 0. Bank loan taken for 26,000. The cash is increased and also bank loan same amount is increased and credited. The net effect would be 0. And the fourth one is prepayment made for rent for 14,000. The cash is reduced but the prepayment account is increased. So the net amount would be 0. And the grand total would be 0. After posting every entries, we close the book for a period. And we check the trial balance. Is there any omissions or errors happened? We have to consider one thing in mind. Usually, the assets and expenses account are on debit side. The closing balance would be on the debit side. And the owner's equity and liability and revenue on credit side also. We have to keep this in mind. So we check is this correct or not. The share capital is owner's equity. So it is in credit side. That's okay. Asset is debit side. Building is an asset and also debit side. Creditor is a liability on credit side. Debtor is an asset, so debit side. Cash is an asset on debit side. Like this. And we have to make sure the balances is correct and on proper side also. And at the end, the balance of the trial balance would be same. And you are good to go. You can make the financial statement with this trial balance. Thank you.